Now, you're originally from the U.S., lived in Long Island,
Yeah.
exposed to lots of music there, I would assume.
Yeah. I mean, we grew up in the 70s and 80s in New York, and came of age in the era of MTV, so it was just pop music of all kinds, staring at the TV screen for hours and hours at a time, consuming everything that was
And that made you
coming my
think,
way.
hey, I gotta do that.
Yeah, I don't know. I got, as a teenager, just had the idea that being in a rock band was a pretty cool thing to do. So I got a guitar at 15, like a lot of people, and dove right in.
Practiced a lot?
I did. I was self-taught. I'm a sort of lazy musician. I should have been really disciplined and taken lessons, but I just would learn stuff from friends who'd been playing longer than me. And
But there's discipline in that, right? Because you do have to practice to get those.
I played a lot. It was putting on albums and playing along to records and playing along to what was on the radio.
Yes, and for all of you young people listening, the vinyl records, right?
That's right. That's right. They were big stacks and stacks.
We're
vinyl.
old. Oh, we're older, right?
I've
So we
already,
remember
I've already
those
given
days.
away that I was a child.
But I
of the
remember
70s.
8-track tapes too, but that's another story. We're
My
not
parents
we're
had
not going
a
there.
few of those.
So you were 16, and you were in your first band, and it was called The Mist.
Yeah,
MISSED.
And we missed. We didn't. You've never heard of us. I got in that band because I had an extra guitar. A friend of mine who's a great songwriter, and I learned a lot from him. He was always down in his luck, and so whenever he needed money, he would sell his gear. So I bought his guitar from him, and then he got this band going, didn't have a guitar, and he realized if he invited me in the band, then he could play his old guitar for free, and that's how I got in my first band.
Ah, he was a smart guy.
It worked out for both of us.
And did you carry it to the gigs all the time too?
Yeah. I was. No, he eventually just kept it. Like he just kept it in his room, and it was sort of officially my guitar. But he had.
And then you were
possession.
involved in other bands as well in New York,
Yeah,
or was that?
Yeah, through up in I went away to university, and I was in a fun band called Too Many Oswalds, which was a pretty fun, aggressive kind of garage rock, alternative rock band in the early '90s, which never got out of our little college town, but always had something on the go.
And then you came to Canada around '94 or so?
Yeah, I came up to go to graduate school, and at that point, I stopped playing out, and that started like a 20-year period of not playing live and just sort of playing myself. I sort of took school very seriously, and this was sort of a hobby, and I was like, well, I got to grow up now. I didn't have that rock and roll DNA to just throw caution to the wind and go for it.